Hi there, it's Amanda from the Hinman Holistic Health Institute. And today I want to be sharing with you what I feel is truly your greatest currency when it comes to releasing weight and reducing anxiety. And that is your time. I mean, can you relate to the sense or the feeling of, I don't have enough time to maybe get outside daily for fresh air, or I don't have the time to fit in healthy meal preparation consistently. I don't have the time to make sure that my morning meditation is a consistent part of my practice. Or, maybe it's I don't have the time to do all the research and figure out what is the root cause of my thyroid imbalance or my Hashimoto's, right? So if you're in that camp, first of all, I can completely relate. And most of the women I speak to, this is a big challenge, is how we're spending our time. And the truth of the matter is the way you spend every minute of your day now does not have the same return on your investment. So what do I mean by that? For most of us in our 20s and in our 30s, we can kind of get by, maybe even feel fairly consistent with our health being okay when we're running around going from, making eggs in the morning for kids before they get off to school, having client sessions all day long at work and responding to emails and team meetings, and then hustling home to fit the carpool in and cook. Oh yeah, remember you got to cook taco dinner for everyone. And then you have to sign the permission slips and so on and so forth. The list just goes on and on and on. And it feels like you are overwhelmed with things to do and not enough time to prioritize the things that you know would be supportive of your overall health and vitality. Well, there's this one shift I want to offer to you, is that the way you're allocating your time now is actually holding you back, because it is no longer optional to prioritize self-care, to prioritize signaling your body that you can be in a parasympathetic state most of the time. See, our nervous system has two modes of operation: the sympathetic, or what we think of as the fight, flight, or flee state, and the parasympathetic, which is rest, digest, repair state. And especially when we're in our 40s and 50s and 60s, the body is meant to be primarily in that parasympathetic state. Because if it's in the sympathetic chronically, things are happening intentionally, on purpose. The sympathetic state is intentionally depleting our immune system function. It's just not prioritizing it the same way. It intentionally lowers secretion of stomach acid and digestive enzymes. So that makes it harder for us to bring on key nutrients that help to maintain hormone balance, right? It intentionally amplifies and turns up the volume on those neurotransmitters, norepinephrine, epinephrine, that really give us like high alert, anxious thoughts, hypervigilance, to be aware of what's happening or what could go wrong in our environment. Those things all happen on purpose when we're in a sympathetic state. So if we continue to perpetuate the sense of overwhelm, or the sense of not enough time, then we are constantly signaling to our nervous system that, hey, you know what? Life is pretty fragile and we have to be on high alert. You can't fake out your nervous system. So no matter how often you're trying to create a shift with supplementation or create some change with your hormone health, if you don't create a change in your greatest currency, how you're signaling to use your time differently, then you will never create that dynamic shift in the nervous system. And I want to inspire you. This is something we see over and over again. And so many people, women that we've worked with, have seen such amazing transformations when they truly shift how they're using their time. Like, for example, Teresa, who was able to empower her 17-year-old daughter to learn how to do her own laundry before she leaves and goes away to college. So she's more prepared, right? Or Janine, who was able to increase the use of her executive assistant so that she could spend an extra 30 minutes in the morning at home having a nourishing meal to start her day off right. So I want you to really think about how you're using your greatest currency and how it's supporting or perhaps detracting from your overall hormone health. And as always, we are here to support you. If there's anything that we can do, simply hit reply to this message and have a conversation with myself or my team, and we can figure out what resources are going to be most helpful depending on your unique situation.